So what's up, dude? How you doing?
Ah, sorry about that. I just had to type something real quick. Pretty good. Pretty good. All right. Hey, everyone. I'm Wave of Babies. Just finished up the pre-show. Going to be bringing to you the 8th rCraft Open here with Kennedy. How are you doing today, Kennedy?
I'm fantastic. I'm just trying to stay cool.
Oh my god, it is so hot outside. It is so hot. It's like stepping into a sauna. Where do you live, Kennedy?
I live in Virginia.
Oh
Northern
yeah,
Virginia.
I live.
Yeah, it's
I live
the
in,
heat index right now is 118, or well, it was yesterday. I think it's
oh
like
my
112 today or something like that. It's also really humid here. Virginia's very humid.
Yeah, I'm in central North Carolina right now, and it is just as hot and just as humid. But
Oh
of
yeah, yeah,
course,
yeah.
being inside in the nice, cool air is awesome.
All right. So we our first round, we got a pretty big blockbuster matchup today between Bluey and Jeu de Raison. Both of those players get pretty far into this tournament on a weekly basis, it seems. It's kind of interesting that they're both meeting randomly here in this first round, so we are going to lose one of them today. But it proves to be a very, very interesting matchup. It's PvT. It's going to be on MLG Zelnaga Caverns. What do you think about this whole thing, Wub? I know that you play Terran.
Oh, I play Zerg.
Damn it. Every
it's
week
close.
I'm like, you play Terran. Oh, my bad. You play Zerg. Every
But
week.
but if I did play Terran, what I would say probably, Xel'Naga, it's a really balanced map. I would say it's probably one of the most balanced map. Oh my god, one of the most balanced maps in the map pool. Um, it's it's not really got that many advantages for either race, and it hasn't really got that many disadvantages for either race. Terran can put a planetary fortress at the gold, or Protoss can throw down just a billion cannons at the gold.
Yeah.
I don't know. It should prove to be a pretty good match. Both of these players, like you said earlier, are both extremely good, and yeah, it should be pretty good.
All right. I'm looking forward to it too. And I think my problem is that subconsciously I want you to switch from Zerg to Terran so that you can stand a chance. You know? So I keep saying, oh yeah, you're playing Terran, aren't you? And I'm going to say it
Whoa.
every week
Alright.
until you actually
Easy,
finally do
Kennedy.
change to Terran.
Easy. I tried to for a little while because, Terrans, they can play really abusively, and I just like being a really big dick when I play video games. But I don't know. I like Zerg a lot. It's really fun to win, and then because the best thing ever is when you play a race that everyone considers is weak, and then someone complains about the race being overpowered. I had a Protoss last night tell me that roaches need to be nerfed. It was
Hey, Crumble,
ridiculous.
can we switch? Can you switch to different camera?
Which camera is he on?
Well, if you look at this, there you go. Never mind, he did it. All right, so here we go. We've got Jeu de Raison starting as the green Terran in the bottom left corner on MLG Zelnaga Caverns, and we have Bluey starting as our blue Protoss. He always picks blue. I think that's pretty interesting. Maybe that's why he has the name Bluey. In the
Yeah.
top right corner.
I like that. I like that he picks blue. Was it? Oh man, I keep forgetting because I cast with so many different people. Was it with you that we had the guy called Red, and he?
Oh
kept
yes, that was. It was like
being,
3 weeks ago.
Oh, that was so mean. He'd be red, and he'd spawn as yellow or green or something, just to try
Yeah.
to piss us
Oh
off.
no, you know what? I think you told me about it. It was like 4 weeks ago, and you
Okay.
told me about that because we had somebody else that was named some other color, but he was the right color, and you were reminiscing about that time that you were casting a guy whose name was red, and he ended up being different colors.
Those horrible, traumatic memories is what they are. Yeah, we do see here though nothing much happening yet.
Early scout from Jeu de Raison.
Jeu de raison.
Jeu de Raison. What does that mean? Grape juice? I think it does. Grape
Ah.
juice is good for you. It's,
It is. It is good for you. Yeah.
It supports
So-
colon health.
Picking. Yeah, well, picking a healthy name that supposedly I can see how that might help your gameplay. So, good metagaming there by Jeu de Raison. Choosing French though, that's not really, supportive of aggression and winning battles.
Yeah, isn't France's number one export is like white flags or something? White flags and
I
losses
think-
in war.
That's about right. Yeah, that sounds about right. God, I feel so mean doing that. I've got I've got so many French friends, and they would just kill me if they heard me making fun of them as much
Well,
as
they'll
I am.
never know, so it's okay.
It's true, and they wouldn't kill me. They would just like throw
They
a
can't kill you,
T-shirt
they're
at me
French.
or something. Yeah, yeah. They would just
So
say,
Bluey
"Oh,
did just
boy,
lose
give up."
his Bluey did just lose his scouting probe, unfortunately, to a Marine over in Judah Raison's base. Both players are right now gassing off of one gas, although we do have Bluey has thrown down a second gas, which suggests what? Quick tech.
Yeah, it's a pretty quick gas. I wouldn't say that it is the fastest gas that he could get.
Oh, definitely not.
So it might. It's not going to indicate. Probably not that he's going to get Blink Stalkers, because Blink Stalkers are just horrible. But he might be going for some sort of starport play. I don't know.
It indicates to me that he isn't. It doesn't appear to me like he's going to do any super aggressive early aggression, and he's just going to be content sitting back and building up and hopefully probably teching. That's the only reason I think that he would get that second assimilator down. And he actually is getting a robotics facility now off of one gate. So we got one gate robo, which will be interesting.
Yeah, this is indicative. I think that he is going to try to expand off of this one gate robo. I know that it's really, really difficult to do so, but it is entirely possible. He'll probably get an observer out of that robo right away to see if he will be able to pull it off, and then make the decision based upon what that observer sees.
And Judah Raison did go reactor first, which is usually indicative of really, really early rush with Marauders and Marines. And he did put a tech lab on that second racks, and he is currently researching concussive shells. So that looks like he's probably going to be attacking sometime in the next couple of minutes with several Marauders and a lot of Marines.
Yeah, if not Judah Raison, if Bluey here had decided to stick with that one gate robo and expand right off of that, that would have been essentially suicidal. Luckily for him, though, he is getting that second gateway, getting a third gateway now, so it is going to be 3-gate robo, a very strong, pretty safe build against a Terran player. Getting that observer out now, would not be surprised to see an Immortal coming out right after that. But this is looking like a pretty scary force.
Yeah, if he can get his observer down there, he is going to chrono boost out an Immortal or two as fast as he can and get several more Zealots to tank damage at the front, and hopefully get a good force field down in order to prevent an early break. But he is moving out now. Judah Raison is moving out now. It looks like he is going to go straight over to Bluey's base and try to break him right now. So this is going to be... It's definitely not an all-in, because he's going to expand behind this. But this can do a lot of damage if Bluey doesn't get an Immortal out immediately. And there he goes. He is chrono boosting his Immortal out now from his robotics facility.
Now, there is an SCV stashed up in John the Translator's secret hallway up there, so I would not be surprised to see a bunker go down, maybe see Judah Raison put on a contain so that he can just sort of expand pretty safely. It'll be difficult for Blue to hold this off, but with good force fields, he should be completely okay. He might be going just one base Colossus, might be going for a pretty strong all-in here. I would not be surprised
that
to see
robotics did just complete. He is throwing down another pylon, of course, and he's got his first Colossus coming out now. Judah Raison actually backing up now after he saw the multiple Zealots and a couple Stalkers at the top of the ramp. So that pretty much ends that. It does look like he's going to decide to put up a couple bunkers in front of his expansion. But his command center is now floating over to that expansion, so it looks like he's going for a macro game. He saw that his 2 racks play wasn't going to break that front door, and he's decided to transition pretty seamlessly into quick expansion. Quicker, at least, than Bluey.
Yeah, he is going for that rather quick expansion. He has it finished now, so he should be able to get pretty far ahead economically. And Bluey is just now getting his expansion started. He does have that one Colossus, he's got an Immortal, a couple of Stalkers, a few Sentries, and a lot of Zealots. I really don't think he's going to be able to do much damage with this push, though.
Yeah, he does have a Colossus out. He's not getting extended thermal lance, though, so he's not going to really be able to do a whole lot of long-distance damage. But he is attacking. He's focusing down those first 2 bunkers.
Yeah, I mean, it's doing a pretty good amount of damage. That Immortal just... tearing through.
Yeah. He almost
lost. My god. Beautiful micro on that Colossus. I'm surprised that Judah Raison hasn't pulled any SCVs to try to repair here. He's probably Bluey does lose that Colossus. Bunker is still up, and he's doing a lot of damage with this attack, essentially killing all of
Judorezon is pulling off all of his SCVs and even his mules off of his mineral lines to try to fend off that last 2 sentries and stalkers.
Yeah, this seems like it's a build that Bluey has practiced a whole lot that he just has down pat. He does have his Expo up. He's killing off a lot of workers from Judorezon, checking the units killed tab. Bluey has actually only killed 2 workers. Judorezon has killed 1. And I don't know, Bluey is pretty ahead in terms of units killed though, 26 versus 14. In terms of units lost right now, Bluey is actually behind by 275 resources, but I don't know, that was pretty good. He got to put on some decent pressure, killed off a lot of units, and he's got his Expo up.
He was pretty far behind in the economy when he first started that attack. He did manage to get all the SCVs and the mules pulled off of the mineral line, so he was able to delay that mining for at least a minute or 2, so he was able to pull back almost completely even with Judorezon. He's actually ahead now by 11 supply. The reason why he had lost fewer units is because he did lose that Immortal and that Colossus, which are extraordinarily expensive compared to barracks units.
Yeah,
but it's pretty even now.
Although in terms of income, Judorezon has been ahead of Bluey this whole time, and he's still pretty far ahead, sitting at about 1,100 mineral income for Bluey versus about 1,600 for Judorezon. Those mules are just so good.
Yeah, they are.
Oh my God, mules!
It'll be a lot more. It'll be a lot closer when those mules expire. But he does have 3 of them now going and collecting minerals.
Yeah. Bluey, he honestly just needs to start chrono boosting out a lot of probes. He is supply blocked right now. Bit of a misstep by him. Doing a bit of a drone transfer here to his natural. I don't know. He's letting his chrono build up a bit, and he's actually building a forward pylon here. So wouldn't be surprised to see some sort of Dark Templar tech come out of Bluey or something like that he tries to sneak into his opponent's backdoor.
Well, I don't know if he's going to do that. That would require a tech switch. He would need a several buildings to get those Dark Templar up. Although that might be when he's thinking, oh, you know what? It could be a scouting pile.
Yeah.
Too. He is picking up a drop now to the right side of the map. Judorezon is going to drop a couple of Marauders and some Marines and an SCV, strangely enough, and destroy that pylon, but he knows that drop is coming, so he can move Stalkers over to intercept them.
Indeed. Yeah, losing a pylon to that drop is a whole lot less than losing a lot more units than just pylon.
There's going to be a drop behind the natural, too, although there are 3 Colossus there. Should be able to clean that up pretty quickly.
Yeah, drop coming in from the right side. Drop also coming in from the natural at the same time. And I thought that he saw it with that probe, but it looks like he was just focusing on putting that pylon down, and the drop is definitely cleaned up. Not really losing anything but 1 Marine, though. Ooh,
and now that drop has moved over into the main mineral lines now. Should be able to pick off quite a few probes, especially once he cleans up these 3 Stalkers that are over here. Although another Colossus has popped out now of the robotics facility, so they should be able to at least stop the attack from happening.
Yeah, Bluey does actually have a warp in ready to go right now, and right now Judorezon is just doing so much damage with these drops. He's just throwing Bluey off of his game, getting ahead in terms of economy, or rather getting ahead in terms of supply. Checking economy right now, he is still really far ahead, 34 probes versus 57 SCVs. And Bluey is going to have to make something happen really soon, or else he is just going to be out of this game.
Yeah, he's down by 20 supply right now. He's going to need to take a couple of risks at this point. He does have his Twilight Council up, so he could put down a Dark Templar Shrine and do a little bit of harassment. Although right now he's just researching charge. It looks like he's going to just try to build up his army as much as he possibly can and just attack the front. Because these little drop plays are rather cute, but at the same time, if and the drop ends up getting killed off by a couple Stalkers on the right side of the map. Very, very good. That's a pretty big, well, it's not an equalizer by any means, but that will help quite a bit in trying to pull up to being even.
Now, I'm surprised.
And he's breaking down the rocks now for the second expansion, so it looks like he is going to try to expand again, which is probably what he absolutely needs to do at this point.
I'm kind of surprised that he's going for this expansion rather than going for the gold. I find that this one is a lot more difficult to hold than the gold base. It's just, you know, you're able to get dropped on from the high ground. Your army